Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Get my life replays for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have a picture from the NBA. It is a 6-game card from the NBA. Tricky footing there in that NBA. You better wear your micro spikes, your crampons when you're walking on this ice, man. I'm telling you. tough league, the handicap. College basketball, massive card here for the Saturday. Going to be running out of these big cards pretty soon. I think conference tournament's not too far away. And in hockey, we welcome hockey back on the 25th gold medal game tomorrow with U.S. and Canada there in the gold. And of course, guys, we appreciate you guys joining us here on the show and giving us that like, that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate that. Really helps to build our audience. You also set notifications, be notified of our live shows, 5 live shows over our channel. Don't want to miss them. Of course, all of our live shows are chat interactive, so we welcome your comments in the chat as well as your picks. All we ask is you guys be respectful. So let's beat the Cabras, get right to the picks. We don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. We'll bring it up Extreme Couture Cap, bringing back some memories of the day. Say hello, Alessandro. Alessandro, what's happening?
Nothing much. Yeah, we got a big day here weekend-wise. A lot of plays I put in today, a lot of plays I put in yesterday. 7-4, I'll take it. I actually did hit a 4-teamer, Bucks plus the points, Clippers plus the points, and both of those overs, a little 4-teamer I'll never complain about. But hopefully trying to keep this going here into today. So big day ahead of us. How you guys doing?
Doing really well, real well. And welcome everybody in the chat today with CowDog and doing there. We'll say hello to Al Ninos. Al, what's going on?
Yeah, doing all right. Much smaller volume for me, just a 1-0 day yesterday, but I'll take it and keep it rolling here. Again, not too much volume today, although it is a massive college basketball card. But again, just staying selective.
Very good. That's right. 2-2 day for me, so we'll look to get back in the positive column for you guys here today, here on this Saturday card, guys. Just a reminder, we'll be giving you our free plays here on the show. Those of you looking for our best bets, premium plays, games we have our money on, we'll head on to our site over at Tony's Picks. Link in the description will get you there to find our premium plays and leaderboard showcasing all of our top performers. You'll see both our cappers here, Alessandro and El Ninos here on these leaderboards. All right, let's get to the work here, guys. Today, as we're going to cover, we'll start here with the NBA on this 6-game card. Now we'll knock it off in 2 blocks here. We'll start with Magic Suns. We got the Suns here laying 1.5, total 219.5. Sixers and Pelicans. This is the Sixers on the road with 3.5, total 231.5. Kings and Spurs. The Spurs laying 18.5 here, total 230.5. This game played in Moody Center in Austin, Texas. It's pretty much a pseudo home game here for this San Antonio Spurs team playing in Austin. There, we'll look at the injury reports here. Orlando, Phoenix. Wagner still out. Suggs questionable for Orlando. For Phoenix, it's Anthony Booker and Highsmith out. Allen is questionable. We go over to Sixers and the Pelicans. Embiid and George out for Philly. For the Pelicans, there is no Missy, no Murphy, no Murray, Missy, Murphy, Murray, and Peavy are all questionable there. Questionable status there. For Sacramento and San Antonio, it is Cardwell out for Sacramento. Plumlee out for San Antonio with Waters questionable. We start with Alessandro.
Yeah, I'm actually I was expecting Orlando to possibly laying something here, but Jalen Green is in the starting lineup here for the Suns. Gillespie and Jalen Green should be enough kind of to replace because Booker's not in the lineup. And then you look, Jalen Suggs is questionable. If I wanted to back the Magic, I would want Suggs in. I actually think this game could still go over. You look how Anthony Black's been playing. He's been dropping 20-point nights. Desmond Bane, Banchero. Obviously, all the people on the other side for the Suns, I think this one can go over 219.5 in that one. And then I like another over here as well with Philly and New Orleans. New Orleans on the back-to-back. We saw that game fly over the total. I'm expecting kind of a similar type game here. Tyrese Maxey go out there and run his point and do his thing. Plenty of offense in this one. I'll take over 231 in, 76ers Pelicans. And we're covering Detroit, Chicago, right?
No, King Spurs, the last.
Oh, okay. Third game's King Spurs.
Yeah.
Massive spread. Don't get me wrong. Kings, 14, 15 games lost here in a row. Something tells me to just take the plus 18.5. I know it's ugly. It's gross. But at this point, it's just crazy to lay that much with an NBA team. So we saw it cover last night. Don't get me wrong. Thunder got it done there, won by 19 on a plus 18, so that was gross. But I'm going back to the well with the Kings plus the 18.
There we go. With Alessandro on over to Alnitos.
Yeah, I kind of like the Suns here at home as well. Again, as Al said, no Devin Booker, but they still should have enough left in that lineup. Should be a good game. I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Magic pull this one off without Booker on the court. But again, I'm on the Suns in this one. And yeah, that's Spurs Kings game. Obviously, I'm not gonna lay 18.5, but I think we got a pretty good shot at an under in this one. The way the Kings have been playing. And I know these teams tend to go over when they meet each other, but the last meeting did stay under. You got two teams trending to the under. Ooh, messed that up. You got Phoenix coming in at where'd they go? Okay, sorry about that. San Antonio's 33-23, the under. Phoenix is also 33-23, the under. So both teams coming in now trending heavily to the under. And again, given the way Kings are playing, I'll take this one stay under the total.
There from El Ninos here. Tell you what I think here about these games here. I'll look at Phoenix as a short number. Have been defending the 3-point line pretty well. Orlando is a losing road team, but I think they have enough offensively here with Green and company. Williams as well down low with the rebounding strength. I'll look here at Phoenix to cover that one. Yeah, I'll take rest advantage with Philly. Philly just couldn't make shots in that game against Atlanta. Open threes missed. I think there's a team that I'll have fine opportunity here to make shots. Pelicans not much here. I don't want to look at them here. They've not been shooting the three ball very well of late over the past 2 weeks, just 32%. I'll look here at this Sixers team here to get it done. A 15-10 road team with a +2 net rating. Look at Philly in that spot. And I'll look to go under with Sacramento and San Antonio. San Antonio's been playing some pretty good defense of late. When you look at Sacramento against these elite teams with a 700 or greater win percentage, they've gone under in 7 to 8 of these games. So I'll look at under there with San Antonio and Sacramento. Boy, this Kings team past 2 weeks just shooting horribly. 42% from the field, 27% from three. Spurs in good defensive form. I'll look for the under in that one, Spurs and Kings. All right, we'll continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we continue on here in the NBA, closing out with these final three. Grizzlies and Heat. Here we got the Heat here laying 10.5. We're seeing 11s in some spots. Pinnacle, sharpest book in the world, still at 10. They want to get off the 10 right now, but 15 cents juice there in that one. Pistons and Bulls. Pistons 10.5 on the road, total 233. Rockets and Knicks. This is your ABC game tonight on ABC. It is Knicks 3.5. There's a 3 in spots. There's a 4 at Pinnacle. So this one's all over the place. Total 217.5. We'll take a look at the injury reports here from these games here in this later window. We got Pistons and Bulls here. We got Beef Stewart still out. You got to stay on the bench, Stewart. If you want to fight, you got to be on the court. You got to be in the lineup, or else they're going to hit you hard. Smith is questionable. For the Bulls, no Collins. Ivy here is questionable, and Yabusele is probable. We go over to Memphis and Miami. For Memphis, there's no Clark, no Edey, no Morant. We got Aldama, Clayton, Coward questionable. Jerome and Pippen here are probable. Rozier out here for Miami, as we know, dealing with his issues. Houston, no Van Fleet. For New York Knicks, no McBride. So you're covered there with the injuries in these ones. So we'll go ahead and get started with Alessandro.
Yeah, Detroit, Chicago. I'm actually looking at under here in this one. I don't know. You look how Chicago's been playing. They've been struggling to get to 100. Josh Giddey the other night, only 5 points scored there. Him and Simmons still having to get the continuity down, basically a new makeshift backcourt. I don't know, maybe a lean to Detroit. You guys know I'm not interested in laying anything like this, especially with the Pistons, a team I just simply don't like, even though they've been a cash cow. Again, I like the under more than anything in Detroit, Chicago. Absolutely do not care about Memphis and Miami. No way I want to lay -10 with the Heat. A lot of people like the over. Don't care about that game at all. I do like Knicks today, -3. I am seeing threes here. 3.5, obviously. It might be some other books. Do your line shopping. I just simply think Knicks are deeper. The front court for the Houston Rockets after Steven Adams left. Clint Capella, Jayshawn Tate. I don't know. Jayshawn Tate's more of a forward. I don't know. I like the Knicks to get this one done, a bounce back spot as well after getting humiliated like that versus the Pistons. I expect them to show up here on home court, 20-10 to the number on their home court. Give me the Knicks here minus the 3.
There we go here from outside and move on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, the only way I could look at these, well, not the only way, but my favorite look, I guess I would say on these two earlier on the 8 o'clock ones would be to take the favorites to win both halves. Here, you're again plus money on both, so you really need only one to come through. But I think you got a great shot of both hitting that. As far as the spread's concerned, may lean to the Bulls to keep it respectable. They kept their last loss within single digits. I think they had been looking real bad for a while, but I think they start playing a little better basketball. And I expect them to win too many games, especially against the better teams, but I think they can keep it within single digits. Again, my favorite play would be Pistons, both halves. But again, and I don't disagree with Al's under in that one either. Kind of like it as well. And the late one, Knicks Rockets, yeah, should be a great game. More one I'm going to watch than anything else, but if I had to take a lean, honestly, it's tough. It's a tough one. I'll pass on it.
All right, he passes on it. Yeah, there are a lot of good college basketball games in that slot tonight. So
real quick, let me just respond to Ron Hahn saying Knicks are trash. They don't care about the Pistons. They don't care that the Pistons are the 1 seed. They know they can whoop their butts in the playoffs like they did last year. That's what's going to happen come playoff time if we see Detroit, Ron Hahn. Be very careful talking trash about those Knicks. They're going to rough you guys up in the playoffs.
You got to find a 3-point shooter there for Detroit.
I know Nino sticks cats soft, so maybe I need to.
Speaking of cat being soft, I was wondering if she'd bring it out. Let's go Shengu in a double-double. Let's go. Seeing about even money for that
one. Ron Hahn going at it.
Going at prisoner of the moment. Like I told you, Stephen A. flipped on the Knicks after that game against the Pistons. He flipped on him.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that. He just flipped on him. Off one game, he flipped on him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Memphis covers numbers, man. I mean, I'll take the points, the 10, 10.5, 11s, whatever is out there. I mean, they're shooting the ball. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of defense, but G.G. Jackson and company, man, can shoot. And I just don't, like I said, I just don't trust Miami. You know, this is a team that you cannot trust, especially in a back-to-back spot. They've always had a lot of injury history with them. You know, somebody could wake up with a hangnail like Hero and company. You just never know what you're going to get from this Heat team. Norman Powell's been on the injury report a lot this year. It wasn't on with the Clippers. I don't know what it is when you go to Miami. You get on that injury report a lot. But anyway, I'll look at the Grizzlies here. Based on their shooting, they've covered 6 of 7. They're shooting the basketball there. So and they got the win last night by 9. It is back-to-back for both teams. So I'll look at the points here. Yeah, this might be a buy low spot, like our man Real Love Money said in here about the Knicks, a team that can shoot well. They know it's the first game off the break. So I'm not going to take that. It's kind of like week 1 of the NFL, right? You just take it with a grain of salt. To me, what's more important is how New York bounces back from the loss. So I'll look here at New York and in this one. Knicks have been defending the 3-ball pretty well. Houston's just 3 games over 500 on the road here, and they've failed to cover 7 of 8. Issues of shooting the basketball. They've not been a sharp shooting team here. So I'll look at the Knicks in this one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Turn our attention to this big college basketball card. 150-plus games on the board tonight. We do them as we do here in college hoops in 4 blocks. And in block number 1, see, I've got them all written down, so I just keep it consistent here on the weekends. This is just to keep it organized here. So block 1, we're going to cover the games here at noon and include the 1:30 Eastern time game. So the 2 and later will be in the next for the following block. So in this block, notable games include Florida and Ole Miss. Florida is moving up to 13 and a half out there in that one. Creighton St. John's laying 12 and a half there. Other notable games here in this block, Cincinnati, Kansas laying 10 in that one. And what else do we have in this block? Xavier and Butler laying 3.5. So we get it block 1. We get it underway here with Alessandro.
All right, college hoops wise for today, these first games, I'm pulling them up 1 second. Creighton plus the 12.5. Can they keep the good momentum going off of that UConn upset? I think they can. I've already talked about why, what they're rallying behind. So give me Creighton plus the 12.5. Kind of lean to Rutgers there as well, plus the 7.5. We saw them get their win there last time out. versus Penn State. I get Penn State's not great, but neither is really Minnesota. I think they can hang within the 7.5 there. This probably is a Clemson get-right spot versus FSU. I was wanting to get on FSU. This thing got from 11 to 9 to 8.5. Public seems to love Florida State. I can make a case Clemson gets right here in this spot at home. Not interested in touching Kansas, Cincinnati. All the news with Darren Peterson, if he's going to play or not, I'll let that go. North Carolina, Syracuse. You got North Carolina's top 2 guys possibly out here, Versier and then Caleb Wilson. Syracuse looking for some revenge at home. I actually think they get it. Again, I know that last game was a complete blowout, and then they had to come back down 30 points to cover a +10. But I think Syracuse is scrappy at home. Make this a dogfight. Give me Syracuse here plus the 1.5. Under 154.5, I lean as well. UNC Syracuse. Penn State, team I just talked about. I'll take the plus 18.5 here with them going up against Nebraska, who's kind of been falling in the wrong direction here as of late, kind of sleepwalking through the rest of the regular season. I'm not looking to lay 19 points here with the Cornhuskers. I'll take Penn State here plus 18.5. Tennessee, Vandy. That one over 150 I'm looking at. And that one, Vanderbilt does have a couple guys. Nope, Tanner should be going today. I was seeing something about Tanner, their top guy, Vanderbilt.
That's the next block. The 2 o'clock's the next block.
I'm zipping through these. My bad, guys.
All right, next up, we move on over to Al Ninos. By the way, I believe this this game is in Houston, is in New York. I don't believe it's in Texas.
I do like that stat Andrew posted about Jalen Brunson. That's a good, unique stat there. The 20-shot stat.
Yeah, pretty good one there. On over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, a couple looks for me here in this one. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place. Kind of liked Charlotte, small lean to Charlotte there against East Carolina. I think the number is just about right. They won this meeting by 3 last month on the road. At home here, laying an extra 1.5 on top of that. So I think they should be able to win this one by 2 possessions at home. Small lean to North Carolina. I know they're without Caleb Wilson, but I still think this is a matchup they can handle without him. Again, I think there's a reason that line is that way too, but slightly into North Carolina in that one. And I also liked Texas State, who's also missing, who lost Davis there to transfer portal. But still, I think much better team here should cover the small number on the road. So I'll late with Texas State over Louisiana on that one.
Yeah, from Al Ninos. I have one in this early spot. I'm going to look at Florida here in a smash spot against this Ole Miss team. This Ole Miss team is just terrible over the past month, hitting just 41%. Gators just roll home or away. They just own the SEC here. I mean, I know people make a lot of attention to Arizona and Houston, but don't forget about Florida. The way this team, they could repeat potential here. Ole Miss 13th in offensive efficiency. It's bad offensively. It's bad defensively. They're also 14th in defensive efficiency. Gators have covered 9-12 with good shooting. 8-game lose streak for the Rebels. Poor shooting, poor defense. Gators in great defensive form. I'll look here at Florida in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue on. Block 2, we're covering the games here at 2 Eastern time, and we'll include the games at 3:30 Eastern time. So the games at 4 Eastern time and later will be in block number 2. So in this block, notables will include Tennessee, Vandy. Vandy's 4 and 3.5 right now in that one. Miami and Virginia. Virginia at home laying 7.5. Other notable games here in this block will be Georgia Tech, Louisville. Louisville laying 23.5 points. My goodness, that's a huge one there. I forgot. Maybe they forgot the coach moved to Arizona to UNLV from Georgia Tech. All right, Kansas State, Texas Tech. Tech laying a big one, 12.5 in that game. And let's see, we're going to go in this block till 3:30. All right, so let's see what else we have in this block. Washington, Maryland. Look at this. Washington on the road, 3.5 and 4 there. Texas and Georgia, a notable one here. It is Georgia laying 2.5 at home against Texas. So this block we cover the 2 Eastern, and we include the 3:30 Eastern time. And we'll start with Alessandro.
Gotcha. Okay. I already covered Tennessee and Vandy, what I think about that. I also covered the Penn State, what I think about that. I like Central Connecticut here, -3.5. Seems bait line-ish, don't get me wrong. Chicago State, dreadful this year, but I got to take the -3.5 here with Central Connecticut. Clearly the better team. I like Cornell here, -4.5 versus Harvard. Anytime I see Cornell, I think over. Top 5 3-point shooting team in the country. Give me Cornell here and the over. I was liking Wagner as well, -1.5 versus St. Francis. Long Island -2.5 versus Mercyhurst. And Lemoyne now 3.5 though versus Stonehill. So 3 quick favorites there, back to back to back. And
we missed the headline game. I'm sorry, I missed the headline game. Arizona, Houston. Houston now up to 6 in some spots.
Yeah,
6.5.
I'm gonna get to that one. I was just gonna talk Kansas State, Texas Tech. Obviously, Toppin here out for the rest of the season for Texas Tech. That's a huge deal. I actually like Kansas State, who just fired their coach. Kind of backs against the wall, time to play. I don't know. We saw them cover outright there, one outright versus Baylor last time. I can see Kansas State. I know it's on the road here versus Texas Tech, but huge piece not to be in. Toppin out for the year for Texas Tech. This thing opened up at 16.5. It's down to 12.5. So if you want Kansas State, you're a little late to the party. I like Arizona. I'll fade the line move. To me, I don't like Houston having to rely on this freshman Kingston Fleming's late down the stretch. We saw what happened there in a hostile environment there. Iowa State kind of let that game get away from them there last minute or so. I get it. Houston's at home, but I like Arizona even without Koa Pete. We saw Arizona get it done there versus BYU. So I think Arizona plus a 6.5 is live. Money line as well. Not touching Air Force UNLV. Forget that game. I was looking West Georgia's way is I was actually expecting this line to be a little bit smaller. West Georgia plus the 12 there. I believe they won outright last time. Texas, Georgia. Give me the over 162. It's actually dropping. Opened up at 64. I just expect Georgia to put up more than the 67 they put up last time. They got blown out versus Texas. A revenge spot at home for Georgia. Still don't want to touch them. I'd rather get on the over in that game. And that is it. Yes, till 3:30. So,
yeah, from Alessandro over to Alninos.
Yeah, a couple I agreed with there with Al. I'm also on LIU there over Mercyhurst. I like Rhode Island over LaSalle, another small road favorite there. The Arizona-Houston game should be a good one. Small lean to Arizona for me in that one. Dodgers minus. Oh, that's not college basketball. They're in this block too, though. The Georgia-Texas game ended up on Texas in the first half here. I think we got a good matchup, and again, get whatever points you can in that first half. Could even be tied going into the locker room. So I think we got a little edge there with Texas early. Also, good spot for them here. 11 no ATS in the first half against teams with a winning percentage of 60 to 80% after at least 15 games played. So nice little trend there for Texas early.
Yeah, from our news. Yeah, we'll leave the Cactus League, the Parlay Purple segment there, where you can get a pick on Angels Dodgers. Artie Moreno says it's not about winning now with the Angels. It's about making it affordable for the fans. That's what the Artie Moreno's slogan is. If you happen to miss that quote there.
All right. No preseason for me. No spring training for me.
No Cactus League. A great food
league. Just missing Dodgers on there.
Already fading the Yankees already, right? They're still pissed off at the Yankees. No moves, Judge. We're just running it back. Not a happy judge to this right now. Not very happy. I gave you, I committed all my life, half my life to you guys. You're not doing anything to help the team. All right, here. I'll look at Vandy here. Volunteers, I don't trust them shooting the ball on the road, and they're just a team that turns the ball over in conference play, which I don't like backing teams that turn the ball over. Their 2-point shooting is under 50%, which is not good in conference. They can't make their free throws, and they don't force turnovers offensively. I'll take Vandy in that spot. I'll look at UT Arlington plus the points against Utah Valley here. Valley is just in bad shooting form over the last month, 30% from three, and they're giving up 42% from beyond the arc. The three-point shooting and three-point defense have been terrible here over the last month. Mavs in pretty good defensive form. I'll take UT Arlington in that spot. I agree. Give me the points with Arizona. It's a lot of points here. Wildcats shooting the ball well, defending the three-point line. Houston, with all the good stuff they do offensively here, they hit just 33% from three and give up 34% from three. So kind of three-point shooting and three-point defense is the pimple on their behind here. So I'll look here at the Arizona plus the points there in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue here with block number 3. Block number 3, we're going to cover the games at 4 Eastern time and include the games here at 5:30 Eastern time. So we go here from 4 Eastern here in this block. Let me get it right here. Yeah, 4 Eastern and include the 5:30 Eastern game. So let me put my cutoff.
Missouri, Arkansas, right? First one.
Let me see what we got here. Let me go back
That's
to the
what I
top.
see.
Yeah, that one's in that block. Yeah, some of the notables here: Boston, SMU, Boston College, SMU laying 15.5. Missouri, Arkansas. We see Arkansas 9.5. There's a 10 popping up right now over at BetChris. Oregon, USC would have been good when they were in the Pac-12. Now it's just a blog game. USC laying 5.5 at home against Oregon. What has happened to these teams? My goodness. Arizona State, Baylor laying 7.5. A lot of these off the board. What we used to call these extra games. A lot of extra games in this block as well. What else do we have? UConn, Connecticut. Here we go. Here's a big one here in this block at 5:30. UConn 2.5 on the road, total 140.5. So in this block, it's the games at 4 Eastern, and we'll include the 5:30 Eastern time. So the games at 6 Eastern time and later is the last block. We start with Alessandro.
Yeah, I'll go to Missouri, Arkansas here. Just auto play overs at this point with Alabama, Arkansas, some of these teams, Auburn, some A&M, all these SEC teams that like to play the NBA style fast up and down the court. Yeah, give me the over 160.5 between Missouri and Arkansas. Missouri may chip in 80 there to help us out with that one. What do you call it? Arizona State, Baylor. Give me Arizona State. We just saw Baylor drop it to Kansas State. Inexcusable. I get Kansas State was in the back against the wall spot, but yeah, I'm not interested in laying 7.5 with Baylor. I think Arizona State, who's played with Arizona earlier this year, I think they can play with Baylor. Give me 7.5 points there with them. I kind of like Oregon. You guys know I have a little thing for Oregon. What are they? 1 conference win so far this year. It's just been dreadful. But
that game against Minnesota was brutal, man.
Oh, it's disgusting what's going on with Oregon right now. But getting 6 here versus USC, who only won by 5 last time these two teams played. That was back in December too. I don't know. I think Oregon can keep this one close. So yeah, that's how I'm reading some of these comments, man. You guys are gonna get blitzed, just buried come playoff time if you're backing these Pistons. Holy smokes! Winthrop, High Point. I'll talk about this one. 8.5 seems a little too much for me. I like Winthrop here plus the 8.5. This one, 2 top teams in that conference really going after it. Winthrop and High Point. I'll take the plus 8.5 with Winthrop. There's better games. The UConn one we were talking about. I think that's a bait line that will take the bait again. Buy low price with UConn. Minus 2.5 versus Villanova. Come on. I'll take UConn all day here. Bryce Lindsey has not been looking like himself. I know he had a 15.9 last time out, but it's been 6 points, 4 points. Single digits for Bryce Lindsey. They're not getting it done versus UConn if he plays like that. And there's a couple more. Going to 5:30. That actually might be it. Yeah, that's UConn game's the final one there, 5:30. So, yeah, give me UConn minus 2.5 to end the block.
There we go with Alessandro. Over to Alnitos.
All right, kicking off at 4 p.m. First up, I'm going to look at Southeast Missouri State over Little Rock. Small favorite. They won the first meeting by 5 at home. I think they cover this possession here on the road. I like NC Wilmington over Campbell. Kind of looks like a bait line there. They've had the much better season, take much care of the ball, play much better defense. But yeah, I'll lay the small number there with Wilmington. Another small road favorite is Lindenwood over Tennessee Tech. Again, the much better defense, travel well. They got the edge on the glass. Should get the job done there. I like UC Davis over UC Riverside. Won the last meeting by 8 at home. Again, smaller number at home, laying a smaller number that they should be able to cover here on the road. And small lean to UConn, but it's not a massive play for me or anything. Should be a good game.
There we go. From El Nino's. Yeah, the one I like here is UConn here. UConn number 1 in offensive efficiency in the Big East. 38% from 3, 55% from 2. A very strong offensive rebounding team. They're also first in effective field goal defense. A good 2-point and 3-point defending team here. We look at Villanova here, a team that struggles at the line at 68%, and poor defending the 2-point shot is Villanova. Huskies in just in really good form. Wildcats over the last month in just over 42%. That's not enough against UConn. I'll take UConn there in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. Closing out college basketball with these final block here. We're going to cover the games here at 6 Eastern and include the last game on the board at 10:30 Eastern time today here. So this is our last block here. These are some of the notable games that we have. Georgetown, Seton Hall. Seton Hall up to down from 6 to 5, 5.5 in that one. Other games of note here with Alabama, LSU. Wish it was football, but it's not. Alabama 7 on the road here in that one. Stanford and Cal, the little big game here. Cal 1.5 in that one. What else do we have here? We're getting into the primetime windows here. Providence, DePaul here. Now this is when from a pick'em to 2.5, 3. Oh, the suckers, man. DePaul favored up to by almost 3 in that game. Wow, look at that line move. Illinois, UCLA. Illinois, a road favorite in Pauley Pavilion, laying 7, almost 6.5. McCrone had to apologize to the media and to his player there. Kentucky, Auburn. Auburn home 3.5. We're seeing 4s pop up as well. And what else we have here? Your super late night game here. Well, actually, late night, Iowa State at BYU. The Cyclones have moved up from a 2-point favorite now to 3, and we're seeing 3 with some juice on there in that one. And Santa Barbara, Hawaii. That might be too early to play in Hawaii. We need midnight Eastern in that one. But anyway, Hawaii laying 4 in that game. What else do we have? It looks to be the notable games here in this. Well, Utah State, Nevada. Utah State's going to be laying 5.5 on the road at Nevada, so that's another pretty good one in the Mountain West there, if Nevada shows up. Well, sorry with Alessandro.
All right, we'll start there with the Bama LSU game. I know it's a high total, 171.5. That's not stopping me. This one should go over. LSU should even help chip in and possibly keep this one close at home. Rivalry game. Still like the over. Plenty of points in that one, Bama LSU. Skip forward a little bit.
Well, I missed Michigan Duke. I forgot Michigan Duke here. Duke is Michigan 2.5 on a neutral. There you go.
That's a great
I'm missing the big games.
I'll get into that one. Here. We got San Diego State. I'll take them here minus the 3.5 on the road versus Colorado State. A little bit of a tricky line, but still just a better team. Should be able to get that done. Got it done last time. Stanford Cal. Very, very tough game. Give me an over in this one. I know it's, this two teams kind of do play slow, but this kid O'Carey for the Stanford Cardinal, this kid can score 45 points on any kid. He's a baller. Look out for this kid from Stanford. But I think Cal's probably just a better team. I trust the line minus 1.5 at home. So give me Stanford's O'Carey here over his points. We'll still take Cal and the over in that game, though. So that's how I feel about that one. Michigan Duke, I'm on Michigan here. Neutral site game. If this one was in Cameron, I'd maybe lean Duke. But, again, neutral site helps us out a lot. Michigan 9-0 on the road, 4-0 neutral site this year. Hard to step in front of that. I think Michigan gets it done here in that one. I like New Haven here plus the 2.5 versus Fairleigh Dickinson. Just a fade of Fairleigh Dickinson, if I'm being honest. Vermont, I like them better at 3. It's 4.5 now I'm seeing versus NJIT. Vermont still should get that one done. Skip forward a little bit. Illinois, Cronin just giving Illinois some bulletin board material, man. I want the slimiest vodka drinking. He said something about these European players. And trust me, Murkovic, Ivasic brothers, they've circled this UCLA game. Oh, this one might get ugly. Give me Illinois huge. You can alt line this one. Illinois minus the 6.5. Big in that one.
Could be the end of Cronin.
Yeah, this probably could be the end of Cronin, put it that way. Take advantage of these coaches that you think are getting the boot. So give me Illinois in that one. I like Wyoming almost getting 10 points now here versus Grand Canyon. A little disrespectful. Don't get me wrong. I like Grand Canyon, but I'm not laying 10 with them. We were talking about it. Providence, DePaul. Yeah, no way I'm laying anything with DePaul. Sorry. I know it's 2.5, a buy low type number, but Providence should get this one done. Their best player is back, but now he's already questionable here for Providence. But I still think they could get it done even without him. So Providence plus the 2.5 there. Skip forward. CSU Northridge, my cash cow. Keep going to them. Minus 5.5. I had it at -4. So do whatever you guys want with that. But no way I'm backing Long Beach State. Dreadful this year. I'll take CSU Northridge here. And to finish it off, UC Santa Barbara and Hawaii. Actually, I'll get to another one after this too. But UC Santa Barbara just dropped it to CSU Northridge.
Yeah.
But again, a very good team in this conference. Hawaii sits atop this conference. I don't know. I can't trust Hawaii to get this one done. We also saw CSU Northridge beat Hawaii. So look out for my CSU Northridge, man.
I know. I saw that. I saw that overtime win against. I was impressed with CSU.
Oh yeah, they had to come back from UC Santa Barbara. Yeah, but I think Santa Barbara bounces back from that overtime loss. You know, they were in that game. I got my kid going crazy. Sorry, guys. UC Santa Barbara, though, I like there to cover that number. And then the final game, BYU Iowa State. You guys know I hate Iowa State. Taman Lipsey, Killian Torrey. These guys can't shoot but 30% from three. We saw Taman Lipsey choke at the free throw line versus Houston. If Kingston Flemings, the freshman from Houston, doesn't choke, we cover that number. I got half point hooked. I'm not trying to have a grudge here versus Iowa State. I just don't like the team. I think DeBanza has a huge night at home. Rob Wright III, another piece on BYU who's been scoring 35-plus a night last couple games. Give me BYU in that one.
There we go with Alessandro there. Yeah, that's right. You can't make threes in important spots. It just takes the momentum out of your rallies. I mean,
that guy, Heisey or whatever, hit a three there, and his sister just won a medal or something hours before. Just I hate losing on the story scripted moments there.
Yeah, I know. That sucks. Over down Enos.
I'm going to kick things off with Bama. I don't see LSU keeping this one close. No, it should be a pretty good one, but I think Bama covers. They won 9 of the last 10 meetings, 6-3-1 ATS. Again, those ones they didn't really cover were laying bigger numbers, so double digits, and I think this is a number they cover. So I'll lay it with Bama on that one. Not against that over, though. I like Montana State over Idaho State. Just a better team. Again, laying a very fair price here on the road. Won the last meeting by 12 at home last month. So I'll lay this possession with Montana State here. I like Seton Hall over Georgetown. Home favorite here. Looks like that number is dropping, but still like Seton Hall in that one. Duke, Michigan end up on the under in this one. Not against Michigan either there, but like the under 15-11 to the unders. Michigan, Duke 18-8 to the under and plays at a real slow pace. So take that one to stay under. Leaning Texas A&M there over Oklahoma. Just having a much better season all around. And again, laying a small. I guess they haven't traveled particularly well, just 4-4 on the road, but should be able to handle Oklahoma here. And yeah, looks like I'm going against my good old Long Beach State again here with Cal State Northridge laying double digits. So again, wouldn't want to lay too many more points than that, especially on the road, but I'll lay it with Cal State Northridge here. And actually, a revenge spot. Looks like Long Beach, won this last meeting. But again, I'll lay it with Northridge there. And last but not least, I like Idaho to go into Sacramento State and get the job done there. Much better defense, should travel. Also shooting much better from deep as well. So I'll take Idaho State in that one.
There we go. Here from El Ninos here. Tell you what I think about these games. My butt heads with El Ninos. I'm going to take Georgetown here plus the points. The Seton Hall team, they just can't shoot. I mean, the shooting is horrific here in conference. Last in offensive efficiency in the conference. 29 from 3, 46 from 2, 68-9 at the line. Cooley, our friend Cooley, you know, he throws water bottles and gets away with it. I don't know. Somehow, some way. I don't know what he does. But anyway, he covers games. They've covered 7 of 10. That's what they do, Ed Cooley. That's why we like them. They're good shooting over last month, 46%, 37% from 3. They've been shooting ball in pretty good form. So I'll look here at Georgetown to cover this number. Yeah, I can only look at Michigan. I think I saw 2 somewhere. I mean, what the hell is going on? People betting Duke in this game. But anyway, I'll look here at Michigan in this spot. The defense has just been smothering teams here in the Big Ten. And remember that Michigan's faced tougher opponents than Duke has in that conference by far. That ACC could not hold up to the Big Ten. And Duke hitting just over 34% from 3, 71% the line here. There's some warts there on that Duke side. Better offensive form here from Wolverines, and that's come against better teams. So I'll look here at Michigan there. I'll look at Bradley to cover against Illinois State. Illinois State, a team that turns the ball over. They don't make their free throws. They don't defend the 3. Bradley, a team that's number 3 in offensive efficiency in the Missouri Valley. And they make their threes at 38%, hit their free throws, and they force turnovers defensively. And Illinois State's missed a cover in 4 of 6. And on the road, Illinois State giving up 50% shooting. Bradley in really good form right now over the last month at 41% from 3. I'll look at Bradley in that spot. Yeah, I'll look at Irvine against UC San Diego. This UC San Diego is not the same team from last year. The coaching change and terrible. And number 10 in offensive efficiency in the Big West, 30% from 3. This is usually a conference where the teams that make their threes win games. And this is a team that hits only 30% against the Big West defenses. That's not good. 71% of the line. They don't force turnovers. Irvine, number 1 in the Big West in offensive efficiency. And they defend the 3 and 2-point line very well. And I'll look here at this UC Irvine team to get it done. You look at the shooting performance from San Diego. UC San Diego over the last month, 41%, 29% from 3. And I'll look at Irvine here in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show. As we got you through our sports coverage here. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where our cappers give a parlay, team player prop, game of the future. Well, before we do this, since we had a lot of games on college basketball, before we get to the parlay segments, I'll ask you guys, give us a game you might have missed. Is there any game you might have missed on the block or one you thought second of, hey, there's one I like here that I missed because there's about 150 plus on the board. We'll start with Alessandro. Give us
Minos actually brought it up for me, A&M. I agree. A&M, it's a pick-em price. Give me A&M there to get that one done. That was the one that stuck out to me.
All right, Al Ninos, anything we missed?
Not really missed, but I did want to mention, the buyer beware there on Alabama with this new number. I forgot to mention that earlier. I liked them much better at the opening line. Now it's gone over the 2 possessions, so I could definitely see I was making a case for LSU there, but I'm still leaning Bama. It's just not as strong a play, obviously. And as far as extra plays, no, I think I'm good.
All right, we're good. We're good here on all of them here. All right, one of the game I looked at UT Rio Grande Valley. Look at the lean UT Rio Grande here, laying the 3 here on the road against Southeast Louisiana. Just bad form, this Louisiana team. Southeast Louisiana team. I'll look at Rio Grande Valley laying that number on the road. All right, now it is time for our probably purple segment. Where you got it, El Ninos?
I'll throw in the Kansas or Cincinnati, Kansas under. 2 teams trending heavily to the under. And I think we see a lower scoring defensive battle now.
Kevin Bronson coming in with his plays here from College Hoops. Appreciate everybody's picks that are coming in the chat. We welcome your picks in the chat there. Now it is time for our parlay purple segment where our cappers give out a parlay, team player, game of the future. Also, we can cover in this. Well, here we go again. I'm moving too fast. It's fight night. So we got Alessandro here with the fights. UFC, I believe it's in Houston this week. What do you got? Anything for the morning show? Anything for the morning show here from UFC?
Shoot, so parlay-wise, let me give you guys a spring training one. Yes, we have some spring training action going on here. Give me the Rays, minus 155. I know it's a little juiced, but I'll take the Pirates here, who are Again, the Orioles. Orioles just played yesterday. First back-to-back of the season. Let's see how they play here. I'll take the plus price with the Pirates. Again, you look at who the Braves have pitching today. They have Cookie Carrasco on the mound. So be very careful back in the Braves. I get it. It's only 1 or 2 innings these guys pitch. So maybe if you want to touch a first 3 innings play. But I like Rays Pirates in spring training today. Also, the fate of the Yankees. I like the Tigers as well today with Keita Montero opening that game up. So there's some spring training for you guys. College hoops. Give me Michigan and Arizona, a 2-teamer there. And for fights, a lot to break down. I know fights-wise, I'm only going to give you guys dogs that I like. Odie Osborne versus Idris. That one has some Vegas drama. Both those guys used to train at the same gym. I think Osborne's a little bit hungrier to get this win, getting exiled from the gym. They're choosing the younger hotshot prospect a little bit over him. I think Osborne plus 110 price live. Chitty Bang Bang Njokuani plus 118. Yeah, I'll take Chitty Bang Bang to get this one done versus Carlos Leal. Chitty Bang Bang has some experience at the 85 weight class. So this should be a smaller guy for him, a big frame for this welterweight division. I like Chitty Bang Bang to get that one done. And sleazeball, absolute sleazeball favorite, put 34 grand for 10 grand if you want it. Jacoby Smith minus 340. A lot of hype around this guy. If he doesn't get it done today, he's a fraud, put it that way. 34 grand for 10 grand with Jacoby Smith.
There we go. There we go here from Alessandro. Part of the pro segment. We move on over to El Ninos.
I'll go Suns. I'll go Pistons to win both halves. And, I want to throw the Dodgers on there so bad. That sounds like a bad idea. Maybe just 2-team it today.
I like the Angels. I'll take the Angels. What is it? What would it be? 9 straight?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's right. They beat them 8 in a row last year. The Angels are riding an 8-game win streak against the Dodgers. That's right. That's right.
Revenge
spring training revenge spot, right?
The Angels 8 straight against the Dodgers last year. One of the most no one talks about that in the World Series. I was keep bringing it up. The Angels beat them 8 times in a row. Like Artie says, it's not about winning. It's about keeping prices affordable for our fans. That's more important. Okay. Okay.
Speaking of not caring about matchups, I think Knicks was Al was saying something along those lines about the Knicks against the Pistons there, but yeah, I guess the Dodgers didn't really care much about their rivalry games.
I don't know. They had
city rivals there.
They faced another bad team. They had another bad run. I forgot who it was. Another bad team that had a bad record against last year. It was crazy, but.
I know the Rockies got them a couple times.
Rockies got them a couple of times, but there's another one out there. Was it the Pirates that handled them?
I wanted to say Pirates. Yeah, but,
there's someone out there that founded them. It didn't make sense at all. But yep, I'll take the lay in the points with the Sixers. I'll lay it with the Knicks, and I'll go ahead and lay it here with UC Irvine here in the 3-teamer. All right, we got you through our parlay promo segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. We just gave you our free plays, but if you head on over to Tony's Picks, you're going to find our best, and premium plays up on the board right now with the leaderboard showcasing top performers here in the industry. You can see Alessandro come up on Mazda Day, top of the leaderboard yesterday. Look at there over the last 30 days, 820 units of profit for Alessandro. He's been on fire over at Tony's Picks here over the last 30 days. So, Alessandro, what do you got for sale for today?
Yeah, forgive me, guys. I started off the year a little cold with the college football playoffs. I got smoked in that. So that's why I'm not on the year leaderboard. I'm chipping away, only a couple units away from getting on that year leaderboard. That's the main goal, profit long term. But for today, holy smokes, we got a lot of high volume. I normally try to stay disciplined, not today. We got NBA, we got college hoops. I have a UFC 5-pack. I already put a soccer bet out, and it's winning right now. Give me Como there. They were winning 2-0 last I checked. I took the plus a half, so all they got to do is have a draw or win. That was minus 120 with Como there. So that's nice. Should be a winner. We'll see how that one ends. But again, soccer, UFC, basketball, both. You name the sport, we're on it right now. I saw some spring training up on the site. I thought about putting some in, but hold my guard. Stay a little disciplined here, and we'll get into it this week. But this is the time to get on a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day pass a lot better value. Of course, grab up one of those daily picks that I have up there as well. Anything will help. But yeah, just trying to make this day a winning one. Thank you, guys.
There you go. Get over with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. See the best bets on the board right now from Alessandro, as well as a 5-pack in there with best bets bundled into these packages. So get on board with Alessandro. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed, meaning they must earn a profit. Amount purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. Long-term subscription is the way to go. We have the 3-day, the 7-day, 1-month all sports pass. Remember that 1-month pass gets you into March Madness and all those conference tournament actions from college hoops. So get on board with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. Promo code TonyT will knock off that 15% off. Let's see what El Ninos has for sale. You see El Ninos on top of our leaderboards here. 1,287 units of profit. That's based on a $100 unit wager size. Green across the screen for El Ninos. Last 24 hours, last 7 days, last 30 days. For the year of 2026, he's been on fire here. El Ninos, what's for sale?
Yeah, so far just the one NBA pick up there, my alley-oop. Go check that out if you're just looking for one big bet. But again, best way to go is still always those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. You pair me up with someone that does a little more volume like Al or again, then you're your favorite capper. And again, it's also you get the steam plays and not only all that, but again, actually won by the hook yesterday, and I know it's a line that moved. So hopefully you guys got on that number early. And when you're on those long-term passes, you get the plays as soon as we put them in. So that's a lot of times that's half the battle right there. And, sometimes I come on the morning show and I still haven't put a play in. A lot of times I'm just waiting for that better number to drop or whatever it is. And yeah, so again, a lot of times when you put your play in is important as well. So grab those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes and pair me up with your favorite capper.
That's right, guys. Again, we're the El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. LU play from the NBA, so get on board. It's been red hot on the leaderboard. Long-term subscriptions is the way to go. And as Al mentioned, 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can match up the 2 L's here on the 2-for-1 capper promotion there. And of course, remember, all of our long-term subscriptions include late steam plays and more. All of our member plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. When we continue to look for more plays throughout the betting cycle, we put a play in between 10 minutes and 2 hours for game time. Those are emailed directly to your inbox. Use the email that you sign up for the service. Late steam play offered here on all long-term subscriptions at no extra charge, as well as all props. We have props available here from the NBA and as well as NHL, fully automated in our system, grading and for the cappers to pick. So check it out and get on board here with Al Ninos over at Tony's Picks. Promo code TonyT, knocking off that 15% off. All right, guys, I have a best bet on the board right now from College Hoops. Also a 3-pack from me. So 4 premium picks from me over on the site with a best bet and a 3-pack there. So get on board or go long-term with me and match me up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. And also make sure to use that promo code TonyT at checkout, saving that 15% off. All right, guys, with the here every day, 9:30 a.m. each time. We're working nowhere else. We're going to get college, but we're going to get college baseball in. So we'll have some more on we'll have some more up there pretty soon. All right, guys, so get on board here and check out our YouTube channel with a lot of great content over on the screen here as we go on over to our YouTube today for this Saturday card. We're locked and loaded here with a lot of content here. Just type in Tony's Picks on the search tab over on the YouTube and you'll find our page here, Tony's Picks. Click it and subscribe. And then on our channel today, we will find here a lot of content. Best way to navigate our channel is hit the homepage. Hit the homepage there. That's the best way to navigate. We have a lot of content on the channel. And if anything live shows up here, 5 live shows, and they're all archived here. So you can check them out. Night Moves with DeAndre as well as Ramon. We'll also see Justin in there as well. 3 a.m. Eastern time. It also archives full rundown on all the games for today. So check out Ramon and Company on Night Moves. Also, our morning show is up there for you as well. Alessandro's got the look ahead show Sunday through Friday. Watch the replay of that. Complete rundown on all the games here, as well as getting into UFC and more. So check out the look ahead show Sunday through Friday, midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. We have happy hour with Rod here at during the week at 5 p.m. Eastern time, as well as Daily Dango Hockey Show coming back on the 25th. Our morning show archives there as well. You'll find as well my compilation videos. We're up there with NBA, up there with College Hoops for this big card. Chris's Hit List coming back here with NBA for today. NHL returns on the 25th. The hit list here from Chris. Many of our playlists, including NBA, college hoops as well, NHL is there. Keep an eye on medal picks from Alessandro there. We had some picks yesterday for you there for the medal rounds. Fight picks are up there. We got Alessandro's fight picks today from UFC. Mills is in there as well. So check it out. Alessandro's. We clipped the fight segment. So check that out. You want to watch this segment from the UFC fight card? Go back and hit the video here from Alessandro's MMA in their videos and shorts. A lot of great content up there as well. Of course, Alessandro, we got your fight clips and all the clips. I think we clip all the segments from your shows, from all the major sports. So we'll find NBA, college hoops, and of course, you could just hit the replay for the look ahead show Sunday through Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. I always try to put the title of the game I'm talking about as well in that, so you can just go for the game you're looking for as well. But yeah, that's been fun. The look ahead show, 9 p.m. on the West Coast, 12 a.m. midnight, Friday or Sunday through Friday. Take my Saturdays off. We got UFC to watch tonight. But I was going to bring something up and I freaking completely brain farted, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. That's what it was. To ask questions in the chat. I'm not scared to touch over a game that I haven't put on my banners, so to speak, the games that I'm discussing. If there's another game you guys want, just simply let me know in the chat. I'll find the information for you guys. That's what the Look Ahead show is for. Again, get ahead of any of this information. It can be line movement, injury report, storylines. I know a lot of people don't like to bet via storyline, but I think narratives play a part a little bit in betting as well. So cover it all. Try to have fun on the show as well. And, of course, give out winners. Thank you guys very much. It's been fun.
That's right, guys. Check it out. Alessandro here on the Look Ahead show. All your questions are you put them in the chat there, because we say we love interacting with you folks in the chat. So Alessandro here, midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. It's a Look Ahead show. Your questions are always welcome here, as well as ask for your favorite games. Alessandro, get to him. Just let him get to his blocks throw, and then he'll get to the games. Because some guys just get impatient. You put in a question, he wants an answer right away. We want to decipher get the information picks out, and then at the end of the block, then we get to your questions. But guys, go ahead, give us the questions there on the Look Ahead show. Of course, El Nino's fixture here on the morning shows, we see on some of the clip reels as well.
Yeah, definitely mostly morning shows for me lately. So keep tuning in early or catch the replays, but also make sure you go check out all the other great content we got there. Tons of great stuff over at Tony Spick's YouTube channel. That's
right. Hit that subscribe, set those notifications. So when we're live, you guys get notified and you can join us here in the chat. Appreciate everyone's contributions here, guys. Remember, here with you here, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, Tony Spick's Morning Show. Like and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. And, of course, appreciate everybody in the chat today coming in with their picks. Guys like Kevin Bronson, Darryl, always great to see you here in the chat. Andrew in there as well. Don't forget college baseball as well. Yeah, we're trying to get those lines in for college baseball. Cow Dog, always great seeing you. Good luck to you as well out there in Chicago land. Andrew as well. Nino, the man. That's right. He's doing more smack. I don't want to say that word, but smacker. You might want to rethink that name. That's a little. I don't know in these days. I can say that over the show here, but I know a lot of you guys do this stuff in jest anyway. So, real love, our man from Philly here. Let's see what's going on with the Eagles. Our man from Philly. We don't hear a whole lot of Villanova from you today, or Temple. So there you go. From our man there. Our Pistons, our Detroit, always welcome our Detroit folks in there. Ron Hahn recruits a lot of his buddies into this chat, I believe. So we get a lot of Detroit, a lot of Michigan. We had our friend Andrea, a new chatter the other day, Andrea from Detroit. So so Ron Hahn bringing the Detroit contingency into the chat.
Don't sleep on Detroit Mercy. They got it done for me yesterday.
They did. And the Gottliebs, he may start a trend. I don't need to show up to these games. I'm just going to coach from FaceTime. That's all you need to see. I'm just going to.
It might get a better view of the action from his couch. From his
couch, yeah, that might be a trend. Just put the FaceTime here. Just hit the assistant coach. Put the FaceTime in front of the player. That's all you need. It gets it done.
They're like a half game back in the Horizon League. Seriously, making a push for it. So,
I got to tell you, he's working his way he's working his way to be the Duke coach. That's what he's trying to do, right? At some point, we played at Duke, right? You would think
Gottlieb. I'm not sure. I thought he played Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Okay, I always confuse
Yeah.
where he played at. He was very.
He wasn't
versatile.
like he was a bench guy, from what I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. He. Yep. That's
1
right.
points per game type guy, but nothing. Hey, you made it there. So
yeah, but man, he bounced around a lot in media though. He worked himself from CBS all the way down to the bottom of the ringer there. So there, he was doing a show on it's just rough. But anyway, hey, listen, they can shoot the basketball. That's what they can do very much. But sometimes you just shoot well enough, and that's good enough in those small conferences. So because in those small conferences you can play defense by accident. Guys can't make open shots in these small conferences. So you can easily play good defense by accident. All right, that'll do it for the Tony Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow. Any closing thoughts for me, guys, before we close it out?
Best of luck.
Dodgers, Angels. We got Cactus League. We got to get that time change in here so we get these times, so we can get these. We'll get used to the times. These Cactus Leagues games are funky start times. All right, that's going to do it for the week. Bye, guys. You guys make a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Morning Show.